Okay, another question from Tiny Dad Man, who asks, what movie or show was your favourite growing up? Also, do you have any notable art inspirations? That's a good question. I'll talk about what my favourite movies growing up. Oh no, not again, nope. Because I talked about Pokemon before. What was my favourite movie growing up? I mean, my favourite movies growing up are kind of my favourite movies still now. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah. So I've got a lot, but I think the one that has to take precedence is The Matrix. I was one of those kids. I didn't have a leather jacket or anything, but I think my parents allowed me to watch my brother's VHS copy of The Matrix for the first time when I was about 12. And I think once I'd seen it for the first time, I must have watched that film about at least once a week, every week, for a number of months. I was besotted with The Matrix, and rightly so, because that film, it fucking slaps, even now. Even with the aged CGI, it doesn't matter. That film is an experience that is absolutely worth your time. If anybody watching this, there might be some people who are so young that they haven't really watched The Matrix, maybe it wasn't part of their time. Watch The Matrix, the first one, because it's a fucking great, exhilarating movie that changed cinema, and I love it to this day. Let's see. I'm just fucking around because I'm too scared. Is that halfway? Oh, pull back further. I can't tell. Is that halfway? That's not quite halfway. Okay. I want that birdie. I want it. Oh, that might be a bit too strong. Ooh, ee, ah. There we go.
Nice heart.
I'll settle for it. Yeah, The Matrix is great. People really love to dump on The Matrix sequels, which is fair, but also kind of unfair. The Matrix sequels are absolutely not as good as the original, but I think it's kind of unfair, because watching those films, they are not bad films. They are absolutely not bad films at all. They're just not masterpieces, which The Matrix was. So it's just kind of rough to compare them. It's unfortunate. I remember when I saw The Matrix Reloaded in the cinema, I was about 13, 14, around about then. And yes, I was young, but I could tell it wasn't as good. I was like, oh, that didn't feel quite as right. But I will stand by my statement that The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, they are not bad films. So don't rag on the sequels for being bad films. They're really not, guys. They're fun action films. I think the reason the sequels kind of suffer instead of in the way that the first film doesn't, I think one of the big things is that Neo is like a god in the sequels, and so much of the tension in the first one was that he wasn't a god. You know, he wasn't a god. He was a normal guy, like, relatively speaking, just doing his best. So it took away a lot of the tension, I think. Let's go halvesies. Let's see where this gets us. Not good. That was not good. I should have accounted for the bump. Never mind. So yeah, and Keanu and everybody, they do a great job. It's just Keanu, Neo becomes too cool, I think, in the sequels, and it's a shame, because part of the appeal of the original was that he was a bit more bumbling and all of that, compared to everybody else, and he didn't always wear the shades, and that's where a lot of his humanity came from, and I don't know, it was missing. But you know what I will say for the Matrix sequels? There are a million billion fucking other great characters. Like Link, who was played by the actor whose name I can't remember, but who also plays Mercutio in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, and he's great, and he was also in Lost. He's beautiful. I love him. Yeah, Link is a great character. And the only one whose name I can remember in the sequels, but they're cracking. They're really good. And you get to watch Hugo Weaving have lots of fun. And who doesn't want to see that? If you don't want to see Hugo Weaving having fun, I don't know, man. I don't think you're really I don't think you've got your finger on the pulse of yourself. What other films do I love growing up? I'm just thinking of my favourite films now. I hope you don't mind, because I think they are the films that I love the most still.
Nice.
One of my favourite films is Shakespeare in Love. I bet you didn't expect me to say that, but yes, that film is, oh, it's so beautiful and funny and sexy and sad and, oh god, if you haven't seen Shakespeare in Love, please watch it. People love to rag on that movie, because it won the Oscar, instead of Saving Private Ryan, I think. And everyone was expecting Saving Private Ryan to win the Oscar for Best Picture, but Shakespeare in Love got it instead. And yeah, so people hate it because of that, and also because Gwyneth Paltrow's in it. And people love to hate Gwyneth Paltrow, which I understand, but she's fucking great in that movie. Come on, guys. Like, she's an actress. She did really good in that movie. Watch Shakespeare in Love. It's brilliant. You won't regret it. It's fun. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll feel kind of horny. It's great. Please watch that film. Other films that I love. Pleasantville. Pleasantville is another superb, touching, funny, sexy, beautiful film that I think is less heard of than the Matrix and Shakespeare in Love. But yes, please watch Pleasantville. It's okay. I'm gonna paint a picture, and you are gonna think this sounds dreadful, and I won't blame you. But hear me out. Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon are siblings, and they are in high school, and they get sucked into a televised 50s sitcom, into the world of a televised 50s sitcom, as the children in the family of that sitcom, and they have to play along to see how to get out of that world. There's so much more to it, though. If that sounds absolutely bonkers, it is, but it is so much more than the premise. Please watch Pleasantville. The soundtrack is gorgeous, the acting is great, everything in that film just makes my heart sing! Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Decent. Decent. I'll take that. Okay. Other films great. Ooh! Yellow Submarine. Yellow Submarine is an exquisite movie. It's really bizarre. You probably have to be in the mood to watch it. You're gonna have to hit this all the way. Trust in yourself. Hit it all the way. Hit it almost all the way. Like there. Okay. Come on. 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 No! I didn't nudge it far enough. Ah, shit. I'm never gonna get a birdie again. That's just the way of it. Alright, would you stop? Just stop. Please stop. I'm begging you, thank you. I'm gonna stay right in the middle. I really can't believe I'm managing this. I'm quite proud of myself for not doing terribly, for once. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Yellow Submarine. So for those of you that don't know what that is one of the Beatles movies. And I'm not like some mega Beatles fan or anything, but I do appreciate a good trippy animated feature when I see it. And if you want to have a good evening, please get out Yellow Submarine, or buy it, or whatever. You probably have to buy it. It's considering it's a Beatles thing, I doubt you'd be able to find it online anywhere. Let's go for it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, so close. Wow, look at that pink sky. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm not going to talk about Yellow Submarine because there's no intricate plot or anything, but it's just a beautiful, trippy adventure, and I highly recommend it, so just watch it. Amazing animation style. Alright, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm never going to get another birdie. I wasn't lying. Am I doing it on purpose? I don't even know. Just get in there.
Nice part.
Amazing art style, I should say. Like, I've never seen an art style like that in another animated movie ever. Just ever. It's just sublime to look at. Very funny as well. And great music if you like the Beatles, which I do. Yeah, they're enjoyable to listen to. Ooh, that might have been a bit hard. 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can we do that one again? I guess not.